Yeah, what is good? Sorry about that. What is good with everyone, man? It's GZTV. We back. We here to talk some more NBA action. We are here on YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to be going to bed here in like 40 minutes. I'm going to be wrapping up some games for the day. I'm going to be recording another movie review. We just got done watching. Well, actually, yesterday I watched Good Fortune, but I was kind of hanging out with the family all day, so I didn't really have the time. But we are here to talk about NBA, and I will have to say, let me just kind of talk about some stuff. Like, I watched a lot of sports today. Today was awesome. Sundays when I'm hanging out at my grandparents' house, it's great. And obviously, you see me. Shout out to Johnny Manziel. Go watch his Glory Days podcast. That's great. That's really one of the major reasons I have a Johnny Manziel jersey. I just love the dude. I just like what he's been standing for, kind of some of the stuff he's been talking about. But I watched NASCAR today. I was invested. I know some of you guys probably saw my comments on Twitter. I was invested, dude. Like, I really enjoyed watching it. I might have to start watching more NASCAR races. Like, Sunday roll around, NASCAR season's back, and back-to-back weeks. I think for only like the 7th or 8th time in NASCAR history, someone won back-to-back. The 45 car, I can't remember his last name. It starts with an R. But it's Michael Jordan's. I know Michael Jordan had the controversy. We don't need to talk about that with him touching kids, guys. What the fuck ever. Let's get into the games, though. Let's just talk basketball, because I did watch a little bit of Lakers Celtics. That's really it, because I was editing the Baby Keem video that is out now on the channel. I've been fucking grinding videos. So that's out. My dad was watching Good Fortune, like rewatching it. And I kind of had a chance to rewatch it with him, so that's kind of cool, like going into this review to have that unique opportunity. He watched Roofman. He liked that. He's watched Sinners before. Now he needs to watch The Long Walk. I need to put him onto that. But just some announcements from the channel, I guess. Up next, we're going to be watching Companion, I think, because I am watching a lot of movies I have to rent. So I'm going to try to tone down on that because I'm like running up my fucking bill with that. It's all right, though. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. We got stuff. I've been back on a 2K kick. I've been back on the 2K lore, talking about like Ty Debo, Carlo, DBG. I'm back on that. It's fucking time. It is time to transition. We still have like 4 months left in the NBA season, so what a perfect time for that. Maybe even 5 months left. But we just have to talk, like, the major thing today is that the Thunder are not going down. They are the clear favorites to win the title, and it's no longer a thing of like the Cavs are, they're not really like, they're a great team. Like, the Cavs are a great team in the league right now, but they are in no way contending for this thing because the Thunder are so good that I don't even know if that's a fair thing to say anymore. Shorthanded Thunder, 21 threes. No Shea, which means a lot less interior game. Naturally, that's kind of what happens when he's not in the lineup. They beat the Cavs by 8, and obviously James Harden's first 7 games were dub after dub after dub. Well, they weren't 7 games. He played like 5 games with them, and they won all those in a row. But this is James Harden's first loss with this team. Like Isaiah Joe and Casey Wallace, like, this is what championship teams are made of. When you have a star player like Shea getting hurt, these guys who don't normally play as well come out and play good. And I liken that to like what the Nuggets were when they won a championship. Man, Casey Wallace, great passer as well. This is just great. I mean, they snapped the streak. I don't really think we need to watch too many highlights. I want to keep the stream somewhat short, but like Isaiah Hartenstein being a big crash in the glass, Casey Wallace being on the fast break, being such a young, athletic, good defensive player. I mean, Lou Dort just being a powerhouse, a fucking linebacker. Dude could have damn near been an NFL running back. I mean, obviously Donovan Mitchell is an extremely tough offensive player to play against, as always, but like, dude, this Thunder team is no match for anyone. Like, I know they had their struggles against the Spurs, and that was a whole thing earlier on in the season. Flight calls them the Sperms, which is great. But it's fucking insane. Like, you get 11 and 13 for Jared Allen, and I mean, people do talk about James. I cannot see my screen right now. Hold on. It is way too fucking bright. There we go. That's a little better. I might look like shit, but 11 and 13. People do talk about James Harden being a floor raiser. I fucking agree. This dude shot 67%. He was great. You get 15 out of Evan Mobley. Certainly struggled from the three ball land, but he was a good interior guy. You get 20 for James Harden. He played really well. A lot of turnovers, but they've chosen him to be the primary ball handler, and Donovan Mitchell just kind of be off the catch. And he's a great passer. He's a great rebounder. Donovan Mitchell, not the most efficient shooting, but he's doing the most of it. And he put up 20 points. He went out there. He rebounded. He passed the ball. He is phenomenal on both ends of the floor. I don't know if I'm like tired or what. It's really hard to see the screen right now. 20 off the bench. Sam Merrill was great this game. 60% three-point shooting. They just couldn't get it done. Dean Wade, very empty minutes. Like, what the hell? I mean, I guess they gave Dennis Schroeder at 11 points. Wasn't the greatest interior guy, but he shot 50% from three, and he's a very good facilitator for the bench guys. Maybe I'm sitting too far? What is happening? I'm like really struggling to look at my computer. Did I turn the brightness down? Oh, I did. I'm fucking dumb. I'm sorry. What a fucking idiot. Okay. Oh my god, I'm a mess right now. That's way better. Okay, Dennis Schroeder was great. I mean, obviously they gave him and Merrill minutes, and they gave Keon Ellis solid minutes as a really good, tough perimeter guy who can score inside as well. But hell, you even have Jalen Tyson and Naquan Tomlin. So I don't know. They got to figure some stuff out there. Dean Wade probably shouldn't start over Jalen Tyson, I'm going to be honest. Thunder are just great, like, no matter who's on the floor. 13 points for Isaiah Hartenstein, made all of his shots, was grabbing a lot of rebounds. 17 and 15 for Chet. He was amazing. He's a very good at the rim defender. You get 22 out of Isaiah Joe. He is fantastic perimeter-wise defensively. That pure three ball, the guy can go defend on the perimeter. He is fucking great. You know, he can get in passing lanes. He can rip. He hustles. He intercepts the ball. He's like a DB out there. 12 points for Lou Dort. Solid three-point shooting. He's another fantastic perimeter guy. Another fantastic perimeter guy in Cason Wallace as well, who put up 20 and 10 and shot 50% from three. I mean, this is insane. 10 points for Jay Will off the bench without J-Dub. So he comes out. He shoots 50-60 splits. You get 10 points for Jared McCain, who's their new pickup. He shoots 67% from three. It's all coming together for this fucking team. They're going to win the championship. I don't see who is going to stop them from doing that. As up next, we get into Dallas and the Pacers. Obviously, a tanking team is better than a lottery team, so we see Dallas get one of their first ones probably in a while, I think. 10-game losing streak, yes. There we go. Because for a while, like, people thought the Mavs would be able to get over the hump, and it's still not over for them this season necessarily. They still have probably like 5 or so games to figure it out. Obviously, it's over for the Pacers, but like, Chris Middleton scores 25 points. Yeah, they get a 4-point win at Indiana, which is dope. They snap the losing streak. Obviously, Chris Middleton and PJ Washington, great offensive pieces for this team in this game. We'll look at the highlights. Jay Huff is obviously tough. He's a really good young guy to go against. Andrew Nembhard is a very nice athletic guy to go against. But listen, man, Dallas comes out, gets a victory. I'm not going to say they're a lottery team. They're definitely tanking, but I'm not going to go as far to say that they're in the lottery after, especially like pushing their luck and getting as lucky as they did with Cooper Flagg. I just don't know if that's going to happen. Who liked my post? I only get like a couple likes a day, so it's alright. A lot of people like my Keem video. That's going crazy right now. That's already got like 150 views, and I posted that an hour ago, which is good by my standards. I don't care about views. I never look at analytics. Like, I do shit because I like it. It's fucking fun. I like talking about music. I like coming on here and talking hoops with you guys. And pretty soon we're going to have to start talking March Madness, because holy shit, I watched Ohio State, Michigan State today. I do need to pay attention to more college basketball more. I'll probably try to watch like the conference championships where a lot of teams' seasons are on the line. I guess they're a couple weeks out from that. But also, the March Madness games are taking place. The first and second round should be taking place at Enterprise in St. Louis, where I thought it was going to be Chi-Fets, because usually they do where the smaller colleges play, which they did Wichita, Kansas, which is where Wichita State plays. But I think they're doing the first and second round. Some people said they might even have like Final Four games there, but they usually go to NOLA for that, New Orleans. So I don't know, I've been kind of zoning out just talking to you guys using these highlights. It's kind of an outlet to do that. That was tough. Let me get the end of the game. Who's that? Is that Najee? Okay. That girl's got an atrocious spray tan. I don't need to talk about my Celtics, bro. They handled business in LA. Yeah, JJ's crying about the refs. And yeah, LeBron's crying still, like 2 years later, about what Jaylen Brown said about Bronny. Who fucking cares? Mavs play a great game here. You get 25 out of Chris Middleton, who shot 60% from three, was rebounding, was passing at a high level. 23 as well for PJ Washington. He's always been one of the better rebounders on the team, which is insane. 17 points for Najee Marshall, who shot 70% in this one. You get 16 out of Max Christie, who shot 50% from three. You get 12 and 11. Really good game for Marvin Bagley off the bench. You get 15 for Brandon Williams. You know, he shot 50%. He's also a really solid three-point shooter. And even through the scoring, he can dish the rock around. He can play really well on the perimeter. So good on the Mavs for winning this game. You get 30 on the other end for Pascal. I mean, a lot of turnovers, but he is certainly their primary ball handler. Gets the ball a lot. He was still able to shoot 67% from three, NBA quality rebounder. You get 18 for Jarris Walker. He does everything in between. He rebounds. He passes. Certainly not the greatest interior guy, but he gets it done from three-point land. And he's a great defender too. 22 for Andrew Nembhard. 22 and 11 actually. He played really well. He shot 50%. You get 10 points for Cam Jones. He's kind of an up-and-coming rookie. He didn't miss a shot. You get 15 out of Kobe Brown. He shot 75% from three off the bench with great rebounding. You get 13 for Ben Shepherd, not the greatest inside, but 50% three-point shooting. You get 11 from Quentin Jackson, not the greatest inside, but 75% from three, and he's a really good facilitator for the bench squad. I guess Jay Huff certainly struggled to score. Not the best offensive guy. I love him as a defensive guy. He's one of the premier rim protectors in the league, and he's going to be for a while, I feel like, but they give him way too many minutes for him to not be an offensive piece. And they made their adjustments with a guy like Ben Shepherd, but you even have Kobe Brown and Quentin Jackson to kind of bring up. So, I don't know. They just didn't really manage that well. Very interesting rotation. TJ McConnell, Aaron Nesmith. Okay, they're injured, but, like, that wasn't a factor. I think their big man play has been a concern more than ever. They picked up Zubac to remedy that, but, of course, they're tanking, so they don't really care. We got two more games to talk about on the night, though. Let's get into New York taking down Chicago in a close one. I don't know. I don't think it's over for the Bulls, but I think we're entering tanking territory, and I have seen maybe a little bit of Kenny Beecham talking about this team. They might have to start tanking soon. Again, like, they still have a chance this year, but, like, damn. Really good Knicks team, of course. Karl Anthony Towns has 28 points and 11 rebounds. Knicks beat the Bulls by 6. 39th double-double of the season for Cat. That leads the NBA as a premier scorer, rebounder, stretch big, while also being a actual big. This is their second straight win coming out of All-Star break, so that is great. Yeah, I'm hyped for this final stretch. Mikal Bridges hit some big shots for them. Obviously, Josh Giddey hit a couple tough buckets, but we'll complain about him in a second. Huck Porty is a really dope oop lob threat, I guess you could call him. They've been kind of developing him a little bit. Obviously, Lil Boozy Vert, love that man as a young guy for this team, but we can kind of get into the highlights. I'm trying to think what I was going to say here. Yeah, dude, there's a whole tanking epidemic going on in the NBA, for sure. The Bulls are going to enter that. I'm pretty certain the Bulls are going to enter that territory because it's just been a rough going. They blew the franchise up. They got rid of Vucevic. They got rid of Kobe White. There's no point of really even fighting for anything. Yeah. Mikal Bridges has one of the ugliest jump shots in the NBA, but that man gets it to go in. Tough. Knicks are great. Again, I can't say they're contenders just because of how good the Thunder are, but they are a great team. They're great. Hey! Is that Yabu? Dude, Yabu's got the craziest build. He was the one that dunked on LeBron in the Olympics, I believe. He was on... Was it it was an African country. Was it Nigeria or was it Sudan or something? Look at Cat. Best shooting big of all time. I don't care. He is the best three-point shooting big man in NBA history. Like, in terms of overall player, no, because guys like Embiid probably have more of a complete game. Hell, Jokic even has a more complete game. But like, in terms of just purely shooting the ball, there's not a lot of bigs that do it like him. Wemby might get up there eventually in his career, but dude, Cat low-key takes the cake. I have to give respect, even as a Celtics fan looking at this. Because I fucking hate the Knicks as a Celtics fan, but you know, there's that. The Knicks get this victory. They get this schmub, man. 28-11 for Cat again. He is fantastic defensively for this team. Usually isn't, but this game for sure. 11 points for Josh Hart. After a struggle last game, he shoots 80%, made a three, did everything. I mean, rebounding and passing the ball at a high level. You get 11 points for Mikal Bridges. He's a really good passer. He's a really good defender. You get 19 out of Jalen Brunson. Really good rebounding, really good passing out of him as well. And then 16, Landry Shamet has been putting the damn time in as a pure scorer, pure microwave guy off the bench for this team. 16 points with 50% three-point shooting. Love to see that. Bulls, I mean, 11 and 13 for Yabusele. Yabusele was great. He shot 50%. 12 points for Jalen Smith. Certainly not the greatest interior guy, but he's a solid three-point shooter. He can grab some boards for you. You get 12 out of Isaac Okoro. Not the greatest interior guy, but he's a solid three-point shooter. He can grab some boards for you. 15 for Matas Buzela. Same thing. Not the greatest interior guy, but he can hit some threes at a solid clip. 10 off the bench. Patrick Williams certainly struggled shooting, but he kind of substituted that with some passing. Obviously, shout out to their new pickup, Nick Richards, who grabbed 13 boards off of 50% shooting. Josh Giddey played like ass. I like him as a passer. I like him as a defender, but he played like hot shit this game. Nick Richards, they gave plenty of minutes. They gave minutes to guys like Patrick Williams. They gave minutes to Trey Jones, Rob Dillingham. But, dude, they even have Colin Sexton, who is a comparable defensive player. Give him some more minutes, maybe? I don't really know. Again, they're tanking. They're not really in a position to win games, but that's fine. Orlando and the Clippers here will be the last game we cover of the night. A solid Orlando Magic team playing a Clippers team that is just trying to get over the hump. And with what Kawhi Leonard said, honestly, it's going to be hard because he is a morale killer for saying shit like that. I will say that for the rest of the year. I'm going to take that quote and run with it. Obviously, Desmond Bane showing his worth as a scorer in this league. 36 points. The Magic hold off the Clippers in a pretty tough contest here. They won by 2. I mean, obviously, Desmond Bane and Paolo Banchero have been the main offensive guys all year. And obviously, Paolo Banchero passing the ball a lot to Desmond, so it's crazy. Really fun game. They escape with it. They get the win. This is a tough loss for the Clippers. It's not over, though, like Kawhi is saying. You could literally give this team the next 10 to 15 games to really decide where they're going to be at, dude. You know, Yana Conan Niederhauser has promise as a really good defender. Obviously, again, like Paolo Banchero is just too big. Clippers fans thinks the half-court shot for $10,000. At least you have a fan knocking down half-court shots. That's cool. But it's just tough. Like, it's just tough out here for the Clippers. Like, I haven't looked much into the standings, but dude, it is way too early. Again, it's like 10 to 15 games too early to really say, oh, it's over for the Clippers. Like, it really doesn't come down to that when it comes to this team. It's over for a lot of teams, I will admit. It's over for the Pacers. It's over for the Kings. It's getting there with teams like the Wizards and the Pelicans and whatnot. But, dude, the Clippers, they're very much a middle-of-the-pack team. That doesn't make it over for them, you know. I just don't like that as a leader standpoint, especially like when you're talking about Kawhi. And they've had so many shortcomings, and that could damn near be why. I love Kawhi Leonard as a player, but, like, he already has less enough press and like less of a presence as a leader. The last thing this fucking Clippers team needs is you going on the press conferences and talking shit, you know? Or like just being narcissistic or pessimistic about the whole thing. I don't know why Wendell Carter would ever take a jump shot. He can't do it. Like, look at this. When this man's going out there every night and doing that, and you just pick up Benedict Mathurin and you have, like, John Collins is a solid veteran presence. Like, how are you saying it's over? You know? Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane's tough as fuck, bro. He's just tough. He's just a really good offensive player. Like, The Magic have certainly had their struggles, certainly disappointed this year, but they're still a solid fucking team. They're still a solid team there in the East. So, kind of scary that I have red lights on in the background, but it's whatever. It's going to go with the review I'm about to shoot. So, crazy. Fun win. Fun games. We'll go through the box score, preview the games tomorrow, and then I got to record some stuff, pack up, and get ready for bed here. Just a good game for the Magic, especially as a team. I mean, 16 points for Paolo Banchero. The man was doing it all, grabbing rebounds and passing at a high level. You get 13 points for Tristan Da Silva, who shot 50%. You get 15 and 14. Wendell Carter was great. A lot of turnovers, but he's kind of an offensive hub as a guy you kind of throw down there, and he just kicks it out, and that a lot of turnovers comes with that. 36 points, a great game for Desmond Bane. He shot 67% from three. Solid rebounder, really good defense from him all season long. You get 11 points out of Anthony Black, and that's kind of that. You look at the Clippers, pretty top-heavy. They pick their guys and kind of roll with it. But Kawhi Leonard, great game, 37 points. Certainly struggled from the three-point line, but he ended up shooting like 56% overall, and he was grabbing rebounds. He was playing phenomenal defense. I mean, all three levels of the floor, dude. He's playing at the rim. He's ripping the ball on the perimeter, getting on loose balls, hopping in the passing lanes, dude. He's a tough guy. 10 points for Brook Lopez. He shot 50%, made a three this game. You get 14 off the bench. Jordan Miller played pretty good. 21 points for Benedict Mathurin. Not the most efficient guy, but he can grab some rebounds and he can move the rock for the bench. Guys, give them opportunities for you. DJJ definitely struggled. Nothing to really write home about. He did not play great, and he gets a lot of minutes. So, like, obviously, Jordan Miller, Benedict Mathurin, you could start seeing them get more minutes. But even Yannick Conan Niederhauser, who's a great rebounder, a fantastic, athletic, at-the-rim defender, and he can hit the three ball. Like, dude, they're going to have to start moving things around. I don't know if DJJ is really it. I don't know what's going on with John Collins or anything, but it's whatever. We can preview the games tomorrow. Let's look into that. There's only 3 games tomorrow, and okay. We basically have, like, 2 championship contenders, San Antonio and Detroit. Those are for sure championship contenders. I'll give them credit. They're going at each other. That's going to be a crazy game. Sacramento and Memphis, kind of the difference between a tanking team and a lottery squad. Give Memphis the win there. A great team in the Houston Rockets is taking on a lottery team in the Jazz. I mean, yeah, the Kings, it's over with. Jazz, you could give a couple more games maybe, but, like, Houston's taking them out. I mean, let's be real here. So, that's going to do it. I got to go record this video before I head out. Kind of pack some stuff up for the night, get all my recording equipment together. It's been a really successful weekend. We've been able to get a lot of videos out, watch some pretty awesome movies. Going to keep going strong until April, and then we're going to get back into some TV shows. It's going to be a pretty dope year. Be on the lookout, man.